Yeah, sure. My name is John Curley. I'm 69 years old and I live in the UK. A marine engineer, been in the shipping industry all my life, but this is my first introduction into the boating industry. So that's my history. Yeah, I'm relatively an amateur boater. Of that, there's no doubt. My experience has all been in the UK, particularly in the Norfolk Broads, where I live, on the River Thames to a limited extent. So all inland waterway stuff. But I have been around boats, and I've been in the shipping industry all my life, in the salvage industry at the end of my career. So I've been around boats, I've been around ships and waterways all my life. But this is my first step into the relaxed retirement mode of waterways. Yeah, sure, that's a good question. That was a long drawn out process. I did lots of research. I read lots of magazines. I had this plan, my wife and I, Hilary, had this plan to have a boat that we could get away for long weekends and do something different in our retirement. So I started by reading magazines, looking on the internet, looking at the opportunities to build in the UK first of all. That was obviously my first port of call. Obviously wanting to support my UK building business, but I have to say that I struggled to find anything in the UK that compared to the product Linssen were offering. But I did all my research. I went to the Düsseldorf boat show, saw the Linssen product there and saw the other competition. I went to the Southampton boat show and I went to the London boat show. So I did my research over a couple of years actually. It took longer than I expected. COVID came along and that made me make a decision. And in the end I went for the Linssen yachts. I think primarily I'm an engineer because I liked the engineering heritage. I like the fact that their boats are a specific range of boats and the engineering progresses through those different ranges, and the engineering has been incremental. So hopefully there won't be any big surprises, and that's something I liked and something I actually bought into, and that's probably, if you're asking the reason I bought the boat, was primarily because I respected and understood that engineering process that you've gone through, and I liked the fact that I could buy into that. Yeah, no, fine. That was also part of that 2-year process, and we had the opportunity, of course, at the two boat shows, Düsseldorf and at Southampton, to look at the aft cabin. Aft cabin's attractive, we've got that extra bedroom, and yeah, the driving space above. So we were seriously considered it, but in the end, 69 years old, lifestyle, climbing steps, and desire for essentially a single level of living accommodation. In the end, it was no competition for us. Yes, the attractiveness was there of the aft cabin, but we decided to pick what suited us. And to be honest with you, I got a lot of help from Colin Watts, the dealer in the UK, because this was a key decision for us. And Colin gave us good guidance in that direction. It made us stop and think about, well, it's for us. Sure, we're going to have guests coming on board. Yes, nice to have an extra bedroom, but actually it's about Hilary and I, and that's why the Sedan fitted into the equation. And I just like this bit as well. This cover, the aft cover, the deckhead, and the drainage. I think this is a pretty special engineering development that Linssen have put into their boat, and I feel confident to say there's no boat of this size that I've seen that has this cockpit water tightness and drainage facility. So that was also one of my my key buying criteria. The world's my opportunity now. I've got a boat. Initial plans definitely UK. I live on the Norfolk Broads. I have a waterfronting property, with a berth at the end of my garden. I've got a marina position as well. I've got that all lined up. So Norfolk Broads to start with, which is going to be nice. I just really want to get my handle around what the Norfolk Broads offer. That's going to take me a while. Thames is my next port of call. I definitely want to go down to the Thames and do the Thames, and then after that, I'd like to come back to Holland and have a look around your extensive waterways. I have a daughter-in-law who comes from Avignon in the south of France. Who knows?
France,
maybe
nice.
Go down to South France. That would be good. So yeah, listen, lots of opportunities, but you've got to get the boat first, and then you can make your plans. But yeah, that's where we are initially in the UK, and then maybe a bit further afield, but nothing more than that at the moment.